Probably not aware that I just completed a very rigorous training program, one that included emotional and mental conditioning. Programs like this are usually very structured, and obviously completion and the successful requirements are difficult and just basically unyielding. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. After 45 years of being single, detached, living a very carefree, highly compartmentalized existence, I am now in a fully committed relationship. Therefore, I have just completed couples boot camp. I think that most of you know my significant other, and you could judge for yourself that this person is uniquely beautiful, intelligent, charming, and gracious. But I digress. Back to boot camp. I stand before you this evening a new man, yet in most ways a very conventional man, because I now understand what most men already know, and that's how to be successful in a happy relationship. For instance, I recognize the utter futility of arguing about anything. The best bet is to take a quick stab at compromise, because sometimes it's actually there. But when that fails, move toward immediate capitulation. In the past year, I have issued more apologies than the Catholic Church. I find myself apologizing for things that I haven't even done. It's safer that way. I simply say, honey, I'm sorry, it was not my intent, and it won't happen again. Just the other day, my sweetie turned to me and she said, you know the stock market dropped 200 points today? Without hesitation. I said, honey, I'm sorry. It was not my intent, and it won't happen again. A few days later, I was driving home, and I heard on the radio that the stock market had taken another deep plunge. Man, I drove around our block for 45 minutes. As I said, boot camp is very structured. 9 o'clock, bed check. 9:15, lights out. Followed by 20 minutes of mandatory snuggling. And after that, you may be issued a sleep permit. If not, you should know that whatever happens next will be closely evaluated. On one of those evaluations, it was noted that I should be more verbal, more expressive. So I thought, well, maybe I'll talk about what I like. No, not that expressive. In all fairness, one of the benefits of the program is the food. I mean, we're talking real home cooking here, which when you're 45 and single, real home cooking is something of a rarity. Normally it comes in the form of turkey with all the trimmings or some other gift-giving occasion. In fact, when you're single, you develop systems by which you make sure you get food and sustenance on a regular basis. My system was based on the days of the week. Monday, Olive Garden. Tuesday, Ruby Tuesdays. That kind of association helps us to master complicated systems. Wednesday, Red Lobster. Thursday, Chili's. Friday, TGIF. But in this program, I was getting real home cooking, and pretty tasty at that. Now, this didn't happen each and every day, and I couldn't quite figure the pattern, but it seemed to have something to do with my behavior as to whether or not these home-cooked meals would appear. The thing that I did figure out is that the home-cooked meals were part of the incentive program, along with the love, the tenderness, and the devotion. This was a way to keep you motivated, keep you coming back for more. Because, well, yes, you could quit the program at any time. You could walk away. But, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests, if you quit the program, then you'll have to deal with the emotion and all the sadness and the tears, not to mention the effect that it may have on her.